All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, and we're gonna continue with our Linux forensics, and we're gonna do task number three. It is very important that you know the basic and fundamentals of Linux so that you can move forward. In this case, we're gonna go through and look at the operating system, which is, I'm not gonna read this by the way. I want everybody to know how to do it on their own so that you can learn by applying what you read. So let's go back right over here. So we're gonna do, in this section, you're gonna find out what type of operating system you are using on your Linux machine. So in this case, it says here OS releasing information. So in order for you to do that, let's go ahead and check out first the etc. So what I normally do is I switch first with the etc directory. So under that, that's what I do. And then I look at the files under the etc. These are the files that you can find under the etc. Directory. All right, so we're looking at the OS, which is the OS release. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do cat uh, OS OS dot release. It's the same principle as you do it directly that is shown in there, but for me this is much easier. So as sorry for that, I mistype it. Release. And there you go. It's going to show you what type of version you have. The name it's Ubuntu. The ID it's a Debian distribution. The version, the home URL, and then the bug report and all those stuff. So these are all clickable in terms of the updates. And then we're gonna go to user. So this is, we're also gonna go to the password. As you can see, you have your file right over here. Let's try to open that once again. So what we're gonna do is that instead of we're gonna put it, because it's, if you're not gonna organize this, it's gonna make you confused. So we're gonna execute this kind of command wherein you're gonna concatenate the file to read it much easier. So this is very specifically, and then this dash T means it's a table. So let's look at what's underneath the password. So cat slash etsy once again, and then you're gonna do password. I'm just following the technique there that was displayed, and then we're gonna pipe this to make it specific. So pipe column, gonna arrange it in column dash T dash S, which is specific, and then we're gonna do a colon, which is another command right over there. So dash S, and this means it's a delimiter. It means that it's very, very specific on what you're looking for. So where's the colon right over there? Okay, then execute. Now it's gonna show you all of this basic information that you place on your command line. So you have the root, the X, it means the password is present, and then the root, the user, and the diamond right over there, the user once again, the bin, all of these are included in that information. So it means to say that these are the users and their password are contained in the shadow bin, okay, file right over there. Okay, just like what is says in here. So this is the password. This is, it means that it's there. Okay, and it's stored in the shadow. And then you have the Ubuntu and all those stuff. And then okay, so we're gonna move forward with the group information. Let's look out for what is included in the group information. So let's clear this up because I always wanted to have my terminal clean. So let's switch now to looking at the group. It's the same thing. So if you wanna get, all right, let's just go back once again to ls, and you will see here group right over here. Okay, and then we're gonna type in cat uh, group. You can do that, and then it will show you all the basic information about the groups and their privileges. So you have a group here. Root is 0 because it has all the privileges. And then you have your admin, which is syslog Ubuntu. Then you have a lot of information here that you can gather based on the group and their privileges. Okay, and then we're gonna check out the next one. We're gonna do check out the sudo user lists. We're still under the etc sudo user. Okay, just like what we did a while ago. Let's go back and type ls, which is lists. And then we're going to check out the sudo users can be found right over here. Is your sudo users. So we're going to do is concatenate because you're checking out sudo users. So it's a super uh, privilege sudo user, super user. So sudo cat um, slash etc sudo users, and it's now gonna demonstrate or display um, the basic information about the sudo users also. So in this case, this must be file, and then it means that the host has all alias specification. User has also the same thing. The members of the admin group may gain or not gain root privileges. So it's telling you that all of the admin has all the privileges and all of those stuff. Okay. Next up, we have login information. So you're gonna check out. This is very important. The login information. So what we're gonna do once again is to clear this up, and then we're gonna go back to the directory one step backwards because it's telling you it's a var variable. So this information is gonna tell you the log files that included uh, so saves information about the failed login. So these are the failed logins or the historical data of logins. So that's the WP for the historical login, and the BTMP is for the failed in login information. So you're gonna execute the command which is sudo last, which is the last login, and then F to specify it, var, and then log, which is just like we talked about. The WTP is the historical data, which is we're gonna plug in WMP, and then we're gonna execute. So it's telling you it was rebooted, the system boot, and this one is the version of the AWS. This is an Amazon web server. The date and then the time, and it's still running. Okay, so and lastly, right over here on the next topic, it's the authentication log. So this is every user authenticate on the Linux hosts logged in the authentication log. Okay, so we're still under, are we under var? Okay, so we're gonna go to the var directory cd var. Okay, I'm gonna do ls once again, and then check out there's a log right over here. So we're gonna do, if you want to check out, hold on, let's check out log and then ls, and you can see here, you can see the authentication log right over here. Okay, so let's check out the tail, the last one. So authenticate the last transaction that was there, the event that happened in the history of logs. So what we're gonna do is cat, select cat var log. Then you have your authentication, dot log, hold on, dot log, and then we're gonna pipe this again, tail. It means the last history of that particular log. So in this case, we have the date, the time, the name, it's a sudo. Uh, this one is a sudo user, login module, authentication module, plugin authentication module. It's a super user and all those stuff. Okay, so let's try to answer all of these questions right over here. So which two users are the members of the group audio? So let's go back right over here, clear this out first. So let's check out the groups. Let's once again, is it under here? Logs. All right, if you can, let's go back to Etsy. CD dot dot CD Etsy, right? Etsy directory ls. So you can see groups right over here. So let's check out what is under. So cat group, and let's see who are those two users under the audio group. So the audio group is audio. Where are you? Right here. It's Ubuntu and Pulse. Ubuntu, comma, Pulse. Right? Are we correct with that one? Yes, we are. So in this case, the next question is in the attack BM, there is a user account named Tryhackme. What is the user ID of this group? So it's still on your group. You just need to look for Tryhackme, which is right over here. So the answer is the password is stored in the shadow file, and then the number is 1011001. Are we correct? Yes, we are. Okay, the last question here is that a session was started on this machine Saturday, April 16, 2010. How long did the session last? So in this case, we are gonna look for the date and the times, and it's asking us for how long it lasted that session. So what you're going to use is this one, this command right over here. So let's go back to cd var. That's what I'm going to do. And then let's do sudo last, because it's the last transaction. And then dash f for very specific location of that, log/log, and then remember WTMP, it's the history, the successful history of login, not the BTMP, which is the failed one. So there, you can find it's April 16. So the answer is this 1 minute and 32 seconds. 01 colon 32. And yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you again soon.